Hi, I'm Beverly Banov Brown with an action plan today that will, I believe, help you to have the kind of healing miracle in your life with your family that I've had at different times, more than once, with my own. It's a simple action plan based on the wonderful path of radical gratitude, and it won't cost you 1 penny. So, whether you have a good, solid, healthy relationship where you enjoy each other already, mother, father, aunts, uncles, grandparents, brothers, sisters, siblings, close family, friends, people who you've known since childhood and consider to be part of your extended family, whoever they are, however you feel about them, you can always feel even more tenderness, even more love. And if you've had grudges and falling outs and rifts, and if there's still areas of unforgiveness, if there's been dysfunction in your family, active addiction, separation, divorce, what may have seemed at the time like endless bickering between your family members, sometimes if you have even the slightest window opening of hope, of willingness to look again and see with new eyes, magic can happen. So, let's get right to it. Here's the action plan using a radical gratitude, always building on your strengths. I'm going to ask you to make sure that you're going to have at least an hour and a half to do the reevaluation or the assessment that I'm going to lead you in for the next moment or two. And then when this is over, either you can stop the video and do the exercises and come back to me, and then I'll give you the rest of it, or you can just write it down and then do it once the video is over. The first thing I would ask you to do after you've set aside some time is to really let yourself take a few deep centering breaths. Make sure that all the cell phones are off, no computers, no TV. And if you live with someone, ask them not to knock on the door. Do this in a place that you regard as safe, as a kind of sanctuary, or go out and away from the house altogether and be by yourself in nature, be by yourself in a place where you feel very comfortable and very supported by the natural beauty of the environment. Take a few, as I said before, centering breaths in, breathing in the life and love of spirit, knowing that the life force is entering your body, and knowing through the infinite intelligence that is in every single one of your trillions of cells in this extraordinary body temple that you've been given to get around in this lifetime on earth, to learn how to be an even more loving being. Just know that with every breath in, you take in all of that wonderful and amazing awesomeness that you really are and that the universe is. And with every exhalation, let go of any resistance, any stress, any strife from the day, the week, the month, the lifetime so far. And know that you really can, if you choose to, use this to deepen your love not only for yourself, but for the family who raised you. The people who hopefully had your back when you were an infant, when you were a young toddler, who taught you how to walk, ride a bike, who fed you, who clothed you, who sent you to school, who picked you up and took you to baseball games, or taught you how to speak another language, or taught you how to speak the language that is your first language. Remember that your mother's heartbeat is the first sound you ever heard in this lifetime. That's a powerful thing to remember. These people are part of your cellular memory, and the more you can forgive, and the more you can love, and the more that you can be at least neutral about them, the more freedom you're going to have to live the life that you were born to live. Golden nugget that I'd like to share with you now is, once you've allowed yourself to get relaxed, take some pieces of paper and a pen and write down for yourself, what, if you were writing your own eulogy, would be the 5 or 6 best, highest qualities about yourself? The really divine, beautiful qualities, like integrity and determination and perseverance and loving kindness and non-judgment, benevolent intention, wit, humor, grace, talents and abilities. What are they? What are the ones you really treasure? Take some time, do some slow, deep, centered breathing as you investigate this. And then, when you're done, close your eyes for a few moments and go within and continue your breathing. And know that you really can take an inventory like this of yourself and congratulate yourself for all the goodness and all the sweetness that you've had in your life because of these qualities. And then ask yourself, how can I amplify and expand all this goodness? The next step, the next golden nugget. Take as long as you need to go through your entire family of origin. Hopefully you had a mother and a father, whether they lived together or not, whether you liked them or not, whether they're still alive on this plane of existence or not. Assess if you had siblings, aunts, uncles, grandparents, close family friends who were extended family. Imagine that you're writing their eulogies. What would be the 4 or 5 best qualities, those divine qualities I mentioned before, and others that you will think of, that you associate with them? And even if you've had grievances with them, even if they were alcoholics and gamblers or whatever form their dysfunction might have taken, because we all have our baggage, don't we? We're all works in progress. Look past that and actively look for what you're grateful for about them as you looked for what you were grateful for about yourself. And again, take your time with this. In some cases, the good qualities will jump out at you immediately, and in some cases, it could take a little while and a lot of introspection to try and remember. Were they good about remembering birthdays? Were they great at playing catch with you? Did they teach you how to play checkers or chess? Were they fun? Were they entertaining? Were they great storytellers? Were they humorous? Were they witty? Were they insatiably curious about life? What were the greatest things that you shared with them and that they taught you? And when you're done with that, I'd like you to put together your list of great qualities in yourself that you really cherish about yourself, that you treasure, and then look at each of those qualities that you've enumerated from those family members. What do you see? My guess is, after working on this, as I said, with myself and many, many of my clients over many years, that you may just find that a number of the best qualities of yourself you may have seen modeled in your members of your family. See how that applies, if at all. And ask yourself, how can I take this and integrate this into my own life? If many of the qualities do not happen to line up with your already manifested divine qualities, then ask yourself, how can I have more of that particular wonderful quality that I saw, let's say, in my father or my uncle or my aunt or my brother or sister or my grandparents or my own children? It's always all about gratitude, because gratitude comes from the word gratia, grace. Gratia means grace. And grace is not earned. We never have to struggle to have grace. It is given to us by the universe, by the very force that created and sustains and animates everything, including you and me, and which has allowed us this time together today, which I hope you will use and run with in a way that will allow you to see your family and yourself in a whole new and more illuminated light. Until next time, I'm Beverly Banov Brown, wishing you love, wishing you more and more blessings in that universal bank account that is already accruing for you every day. Many blessings. Bye for now.